YouTube, social media world. It's your boy AnonymousBased, and I'm biggity back with a new reaction video. This time I'm here with something brand new from It's Complicated. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites, and if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section. So we are here with something brand new from It's Complicated. Shout out to you, brother. And the name of this video is called Sexual Needs. Rules of Modern Dating and Understanding Women. All right, let's go ahead and get into it, man.
Of course.
Hold on. All right, we're going to see how much capping takes place in this video, man.
Do you believe that all adults have sexual needs?
Yeah. Of course.
Of course, yes. I'm gonna need it.
I'm gonna need it too.
Hey.
Most definitely.
Every adult has sexual needs.
Humans and dolphins are the only ones that have sex for pleasure.
Hold on. Real quick. Had to increase the quality real quick. Because, you know, we all about that quality over here.
Do you believe that all adults have sexual needs?
Yeah. Of course.
Of course, yes. I'm gonna need it.
I'm gonna need it too. Most definitely.
Every adult has sexual needs.
Humans and dolphins are the only ones that have sex for pleasure, so we do have sexual needs.
Should lonely men be expected to satisfy their sexual needs watching porn?
Nah, go work out.
Because if they're not getting it, they should get it themselves.
They need to step their game up.
Why would men still crave sex when porn is free and available all over the internet?
Because it's not the same thing as having sex.
Because they're porn dogs.
Because it's human nature for them to want to have sex, the P and the V.
If we acknowledge that all adults have sexual needs, why do men have to pretend like they don't need sex in order to get it?
It's the way life been.
Because men have been stigmatized to always wanting sex over relationship and emotional needs, and women.
Romance is a game of convincing someone that you don't need them, so they feel like they need to come after you.
Why is it the minute he's thirsty, needy, or vulnerable, it's a turnoff for most women?
Because like they come off like clingy and they just try too much. Like just calm down.
I think that if a woman has her eye on the man, it doesn't matter.
Like, if I think a guy is hot, I will fuck him.
Because I feel a majority of women are going after the top 1 or 5%, and because those men already are established and women can basically go to them, any man that isn't them is deemed to be worthless or unworthy. So them trying to go after them, women see them as kind of like ilk.
How likely are women willing to have sex with lonely men out of pity?
Not.
Why not?
Because they have a bunch of other dudes coming after them who aren't, they're not feeling pity towards, I guess.
Because they don't want a lonely man. They want a man who has a life ahead of them and are going to go for their goals.
There you go.
If sex is a need, why is it sold at a luxury price?
Because those guys want to pay for it.
Why are women typically spoiled beyond their needs while men are typically deprived of their basic needs?
Because it's just how it is. I feel like women just have, hey, this is what I want, and guys get pleasure out of pleasuring their woman.
Because the girls are like a prized treasure. You have to pay and buy them a lot of shit in order to get what you want.
No.
Why are women typically spoiled beyond their needs while men are typically deprived of their basic needs?
That's a good question. Women's skin like super thin, so it's like it's like they have less, like they need it, you know what I'm saying?
Why should men have any obligation to fill women's emotional needs if women don't feel any obligation to fill men's physical needs?
We try to fill men's physical needs, but if it gets boring at times. Like if you're not giving us the same reciprocation of emotional, like we need emotional support, and I will suck your dick, okay? But other than that, like if you're not,
you're always saying be the change. So come on, man.
This chick sitting up here lying, bro.
Let's do this.
Thinking about going solar, but not sure whether it's worth it for your home? Well, before you get quotes,
if you're not emotionally supporting me, you don't deserve to get your dick sucked.
I just don't know a woman that won't fulfill their man's needs, like physical needs. But I do know many men that won't fulfill women's emotional needs, so I guess I'm stuck.
What is the meaning of post-nut clarity?
This interview devolved so fast. Post-nut clarity. That moment when all the horniness floods out of your body. It's a beautiful, magical fucking moment.
Yep.
When you can see all things.
Like
Yep.
when you have sex with an ugly guy, but you're just doing it to do it, and then after you're like, why did I do that?
Isn't a man more likely to be frustrated if he doesn't have that relief?
Yeah.
So why is porn and masturbation often frowned upon, including by other men?
Because you should be able to control your needs and not be able to masturbate and watch porn.
It's like an obsession. I don't know. I feel like if a guy is constantly watching porn, he's going to have high expectations of what a girl can do or what his wife can do, and he's not going to be satisfied, so he's always going to be looking for more.
All men should masturbate.
Why?
Because if you have a need, you should satisfy it and not go find it with someone else. Unless you're single.
Don't you think all these guys watching porn would be having sex if they could?
I believe that's true, yeah. I believe guys who watch porn are just deprived of sex and they don't have the option of girls who want to have sex with them.
What is No Nut November?
It's a challenge for the boys to not nut for a month, which no one has ever succeeded at.
It's a really hard month to get through, but if you make it through, you're a whole new man.
Why are men told to control their urges while women go out and have a hoe phase?
I feel like society is kind of holding men back from what happened in the past. So now women are coming back and saying we should be able to do whatever we want and a man should do what he's supposed to do.
Men have hoe phases their whole lives.
I mean, do you think that your average man is going to have a hoe phase before he becomes successful?
I hope so. I hope he has it before he meets me.
Men want a hoe
What?
phase, they just can't get any girls because they have no game. Or they're creepy.
There you go.
Why are men shamed for not being able to get sex while also shamed for trying to get sex?
I guess, like, the bros making fun you don't get sex, and, like, I don't know. That's really what it is.
If you get it, okay, hoorah, your homies are probably going to dab you up. But for you begging for it, you look like an Indian man on Facebook trying to get contact with me like, hey, beautiful, hey, beautiful, hey, beautiful, this and that. You look like a fucking hoe, and I'm going to think you have a bunch of STDs.
Why does our society shame simps and incels rather than see them as victims of addiction and loneliness?
I feel like we shame Sims because girls nowadays want these tough guys that will cheat on them, but the true Sims that are giving their full hearts to these girls and treating them right just get bitched at for simping to them.
I think it would be fair enough to say that some of them could be victims, but there's also a point where it's if women don't have sex with you, then you probably started out in some form of creepy way or maybe just awkward, but
That's fair. That's
victims
fair.
is strong.
Are people shamed when they're starved for food?
I feel yes, they are, but it's like
What?
not their fault. They don't have the money to get food, so I don't feel they should be shamed for it.
So why are they shamed when they're starved for sex?
It's a great question. I cannot answer you.
It's when they think that they're owed it that it becomes a problem. And that's when they get shamed.
Is it any wonder why men's mental health is in crisis?
100%, because the men just get treated like shit all the time, and the girls are just getting treated so well all the time, and they can't see that men need the same treatment.
Why do men shame women for having high body counts while also complaining how hard it is to get laid?
Because they're insecure. They're insecure.
Do you think bad sex is better than masturbation?
Yes.
No.
What are your thoughts on masturbation before a big date or before men go out hunting for women? Do you think it will drain his sex drive or make him more chill and not so thirsty?
Depends on the dude.
Yeah.
And the antidepressants.
Hey, Coochie baby! Her name is Coochie. I love it.
Why is male sexuality so stigmatized while gay and female sexuality is celebrated?
It is Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
It's nice in today's political climate to spin men as predatory, and sexual shit is a really easy way to do that.
I think we have a very big agenda that's trying to kind of make men a little weaker, easier to control.
Yep.
And so promoting certain things aids in that.
Why are women so welcoming of gay men, but when it comes to women talking about straight men, guys are dogs, creeps, and perverts?
Because the gay men are like their gay best friends that they could talk to, have the slumber parties with, but they get mad at the actual men for wanting action.
I mean, it'd be the same reason I'm probably more open towards women when they come up to me at a bar is because I'm not scared of their ulterior motives.
Can you think of any sexuality that's more shamed and profited off of than male heterosexuality?
Can I think of one? No.
Do you think that's a problem?
No.
Why not?
I mean, you don't hear about it, I guess.
You know, so the straight white man goes, he's pretty much like ruled the world forever, so.
Well, men are expected to hold up the world keep things together. And at the same time, the wants and needs of those men, nobody really cares about.
Exactly.
But at the same time, if they start to ignore their job, the world falls apart and everybody shames them. So it's kind of a giant circle.
There you go.
Can you think of any sexuality that's more shamed and profited off of than male heterosexuality?
Yeah, gay people.
Women, gay women.
Stop the cap.
I think just gay and people.
Well, I mean, how does that make money?
Stop the
They
cap.
have it in Target.
Why does our society cater to the minority at the expense of the majority?
Because I believe different companies are able to utilize that to get money and also get votes and whatnot. It's just easier to utilize that victim mentality, I feel, to get things.
I don't think that society is catering to the minority. I think that society is just finally society is finally just speaking up against the hate and discrimination that's been happening to the minority for centuries.
In the past, it hasn't been as well for the gays and the women to have like a nice life. So like it hasn't been.
What?
It's not really our fault. It's how the society was created back then.
What?
And now that it's better in today's day, it shouldn't be put on us men in today's society that it's our fault that it was bad back then.
All right, okay, man. Shout out to It's Complicated for coming through with the 5 video called Sexual Needs. Okay, so first impressions of me watching this for the first time. This one was kind of all over the place. Not with the questions, but with a lot of the responses, you could see a lot of the, I guess, internal mental struggles that these people were going through to try to formulate answers. I mean, and some of the answers were contradictory, and a lot of these answers didn't make any sense. So, not only that, but there was a lot of capping going on. But overall, a lot of these answers didn't make any sense. It had me kind of second guessing a lot of the things that they were saying. But the line of questioning was great. Because the way he poses the questions are specifically addressing various issues that we have in society today when it comes to the dynamics between men and women, right? So I think this is a great video. It was some kind of low IQ people on here. I'm not gonna lie. There was a little bit of low IQ activity going on, but overall it was a great video. I always love your content. Like I told you before, man, you're always going to have a place on this platform in terms of me reviewing and responding to your content, man. So that's pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.
Yeah.